Gamers Unite. Today we're going to be talking about the dreaded term power creep. Just saying it hurts me. So what is power creep? And while we talk about this, I'm just going to be working on my account a little bit. I pulled Bernard a couple days ago, so I'm just trying to get him up to tier with the rest of my characters. But I wanted to talk about power creep and why it's such an important term, such a dreaded term, for a lot of people. What is power creep? Well, pretty much a game gets power crept when they release some new units and it makes all of the old units obsolete, or it sets a new power level. And some games are notorious for doing this. Games like Brave Exvius, they will power creep all the time. There's always the X-Star meta or the next meta that everybody's waiting for. Pretty much as soon as these new characters come out, all of the old characters are completely obsolete. They just don't do it anymore. There has been characters, and that sucks because you're giving up your old content. It's not worth anything anymore. But with a lot of these games, there's a lot of power creep because they want to add new content and they want to sell it to you. That's how they make money. So one of the reasons I started playing Langrisser is because out of all the games that I have seen and played so far, especially mobile games, this game has the absolute least amount of power creep that I have seen. I compare playing this game and collecting these heroes like collecting a chess set, because today your queen is going to be as strong as she was yesterday, and tomorrow she probably will be too. With other games, that's not the case. New characters come out, old characters are in the garbage. With Langrisser, and I've talked to the Chinese players about this. For instance, Leon is one of the first characters that you can get. He was on a banner as soon as the game dropped. Well, guess what? In China, Leon is still one of the, if not the highest damagers in the game. And they've come out with different characters since the game has dropped over there. Leon's still on top, which means that these characters that they're making, they last for a long time. Now, down the road, is something going to come out that potentially hits harder than Leon? Maybe, and it's great that it does because it keeps the game moving, but we're talking a ways down the road. Maybe a year, maybe two. So that's what I like about this game. There really doesn't seem to be much of a power creep. They come out with new units, with new mechanics, so that you can manipulate battles differently, take on your opponent with different strengths against their weaknesses. They had the twin sisters drop, Cellophane, and I forgot what the other one's name is. I have both of them. But interestingly enough, when they dropped, they weren't the strongest characters in the world, but I did notice that they had a niche. These characters are used for water battles. One of them even has a skin where she's sitting on top of a giant goldfish, which I think looks pretty cool. These characters aren't supposed to replace the mages that you already have, but they can be used for things like water battles. Here they are. Cellophane. And what's her sister's name? Angelina. So I'm gonna go run some Guild War.
Tap and go for a ride? Hold me tight.
Ooh.